guys, we're at Burlington RV Center in Wisconsin here. We're right by Racine. And I've had issues with finding a seat. And I made a video about it and everything else. And I can talk more about it. But a bunch of guys made the suggestions. How about an RV seat? I didn't even think of that. Because I actually drove my parents' RV. Wait, this one's nice. I drove my parents' RV cross country. They've had a bunch of them, but at two of them, the power is on in here. Two of them, and they've actually been really comfortable. They've had a multiple. My parents have been in RVs for years. I like this one. This is really nice. I like how the bed it's wide open back here. But then it still does have the like a barn door thing. I like that. But anyways, I talked to the guy up front. He does not have... Oh, look at that. That's a bed up there. This whole thing slides down. Right here. And here's the key. And you just turn it and the whole thing will just go down. And then there's another bed up there. Clever idea of a wasted space. But here's the deal. I have ridden in these seats and I have driven these things all the way across the country. And they're super comfortable. They make them really soft. They're really comfortable seats. And so a bunch of you guys, okay, let me get to the point here. I'm looking at a really nice RV and I'm getting distracted by all the shiny stuff. And I look down and it's a Ford. But anyways, these seats are very comfortable and they make these seats really comfortable. And I'm like, why can't I? I didn't even think about it, but a bunch of you guys suggested, why don't you check it out an RV place? And so that's what I'm doing. This is my first one. I talked to the guy. Where's my soda? Okay, this is nice. And I talked to the guy up in the front. Okay, it has tilt. Forward, backward. Let's see how high it will go. I'm sorry, I'm pointing you guys up at the sky. This is a really nice camper. Okay, that seems to be all the way up. Okay. So that's fine. Because I measured the truck one and it was 19 inches off the ground is about where I want. So this is fine. Sorry, my finger's in the way here. But guys, these are soft. These are comfortable. Because you know what? Older people have RVs and older people have, they're sore and everything else. And so they make the seats comfortable for them. Who would have thunk? So I'm going to go through all the different RVs out here. I'm going to step into them and I'm just going to be checking each one. They don't have any seats available in the store. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can do something here. No. I'll try to do this. Okay. So they don't have any seats available inside the store. And so he said that they would have to order something and everything. He said they just don't carry them. And he said a lot of times with the RVs, what happens is one of them will wear out or break or something. The customer always just orders what is in the vehicle. So they said they can order anything. And they said they start at like $500, $400-$500. And they can go up to $2,000. And, that's fine. I don't care. I'll pay. If I got to pay more, I'll pay more. So I told him I said, well, how about if I go out and look at your models and I find a seat that I like, can I give you the model, make and model of the RV and you can look up the seat that's in it? He said, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go through RV to RV, and I'm gonna see if I can find a seat that works. Guys, I gotta show you this one. This is the nice RV. Ventana by Newmar. Newmar is very nice motorhomes, okay? Look at this thing. I'm gonna tell you right now, that seat is, woo, that thing is comfortable. It even has reclining. It has a foot thing. This is actually a Freightliner chassis. But look at this motorhome. This thing is gorgeous. This is crazy. I couldn't even imagine a price on this. But I mean, it's stone floors. All tiled and everything. Got your dishwasher. It's just, wow. That's all I gotta say. Just wow. This thing here is quite the camper. I sent a picture of the other one to the boss. Look at the size of this bathroom. I sent a picture of out the window and kind of facing backwards. I said, I just found my new truck. All you gotta do is put a hitch on the back. Wow. Look at this thing, though. This thing is crazy. I couldn't even imagine the cost on this. Those seats are very nice, though. Super, super comfortable. You sit in, you just basically melt into the seat. Yeah, that's a crazy seat. The white now, that'd be a problem. The white would be a problem for me. On to the next. Well, hey guys, we're actually up here by Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm gonna move away from the truck, but remember the white light. See the white light on? But we ran into a condom walk last night. I shot some footage with my cell phone. We'll see how that comes out. I'm looking for a seat. That was a great idea that some of you guys gave me. And I think I have found a seat. So that's cool. Not a bad price either. I'm checking into one other thing, but I think we're gonna be good there. And we'll do some kind of custom installation of a RV seat into a semi. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. But I ran into a condom walk last night and I had a really bad headache, and I tried to lay down and take some aspirin and stuff to try to get rid of it. And I didn't video. I expected to be there longer. They actually unloaded me really good. But we got empty real easy and I ran up here last night. I actually checked into this place. This is Schreiber. And Schreiber Cheese up here in, what do they call this? It's Green Bay. It's just south of Green Bay. It's actually right by WL. But we ran up here. This is my next load. I have 3 stops I have to pick up. This is my first stop, and when I was coming down the road coming into the place, I noticed my white light came on. And these inflation systems on these trailers have been kind of screwed up, but this one hasn't come on. And I have to get back on these now that winter's getting to the end. I mean, it's still 30 degrees here. It was actually snowing last night coming up here. But now the winter's over, I got to get back on these inflation systems, get them all working, try to get them working properly in these trailers. But I noticed the white light, and I came in here and stuff. I came back here, and I got a tire that's cut. I don't know if it's gotten punctured or what, but it's cut. And all I have is my cell phone light right now. But I am actually loaded. I got loaded a little while ago. I found it. It's right here. So I need to get this tire patched. But it does have the inflation, so it has air being pumped in there to keep the tire full. It's hard. And I'm not loaded very heavy at all, so I can roll this to a tire place to get it fixed. And that may be what ended up happening. I kind of looked at it, and it looks like something cut it. Like I caught something on the road. It actually looks like a cut. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. But the boss, I was in a shop one day and he had these sitting there, and I said, what are those for? And he said, I was thinking about putting those in all the trucks. And I said, what drivers are gonna do this? And he's like, I don't know. But I grabbed it, and I told him I never heard of it being done on semi trucks, putting these in. I know people have done this with lawnmowers, stuff like that, but I've never heard it done on a semi tire. And I actually grabbed this kit, and I have used this twice now, and it actually has worked. Now it's only been with a nail or a screw or something, and I pulled it out and then jammed this in, and it seems to have held it. And it stops the leak until I can get to a repair place. It's not a permanent fix, this is a temporary fix. But in the kit, let's see if I can open this up. I got my cell phone here. My headlamp is out in the shop. In the kit, it comes with two different tools. One is a reamer right here that you run down through the hole, ream out the hole that is. The other one is a tool that inserts it, and it kind of looks like a needle. You see how that has that loop in it like a needle, and then you have these little pieces of rubber, and they have a sticky stuff on them. And you can see it there. And you peel one off, you put it through just like a needle, and you shove it down through there, and then you pull it back out, and it kind of cuts it inside there. And it goes through that little slit, and it leaves this part stuck in the hole. And it actually has sealed it on the two other times I've done it. I've been very surprised. I told them about it. I said, hey, that actually works really good. But let's see if we can find the hole here. I don't know if this is gonna work. I gotta find the hole. Oh, okay. I think I found it. There it is. Okay. See if it holds. Now I need to thread one of these on. I'm trying to do this one hand here. Well, having an issue getting it threaded through there. I wish it was daylight out, actually. I think this would be pretty cool because I'm actually really impressed with this. So that you guys can see real good. Alright, so there you go. You can see it. Just thread it in just like that. And then what we're going to do is I am going to pull that one out. I have taken this one and this reamer and I've reamed it all out. Make sure there's nothing sticking in there. And I am actually going to go up there and I'm going to pop the air on this so not so much air is coming out. But I need to get this repaired fast. Usually I think you want to wait till the air is all done escaping so it doesn't fight this going in. But it actually starting to come off the rim. Because I came in here last night and I was so tired and they said, we'll call you and stuff. And I was like, okay. And I walked back here and I heard the leak and I thought, it'll be okay. And they called me and woke me up in the middle of the night to get loaded. I popped it and I pushed in my air brake and I came back here and it was almost off the rim and I went like that to it and it went and it leaked around the rim. It was barely hanging on. So I don't want it to come off the rim because then I'm screwed. So I'm gonna go pop the button. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the button popped. I'm gonna see if I can get this in there without. I gotta remember where the hole is. I don't want to wait till the air stops. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Okay, we didn't get it. Shoot. It didn't seal it. It almost did. I thought I was gonna get it. I've done this twice before and it's worked perfect. But this is more of a cut. Well, hey guys, we're over here at Grassland Dairy Products, Greenwood, Wisconsin. And I stopped on the way and stopped in at a Palms. And they pulled that tire off to patch it. It was not patchable. I should have took a picture of it. I didn't. Whenever tire guys say that, oh, that can't be patched, I always say, show it to me. Because they exaggerate a little bit. But actually inside the casing of the tire had a cut, probably that long. And that's why that stuff wouldn't work. I don't know what went in there, but man, I caught something. And I caught it on the road coming right in there. Because the light popped on just as I was coming down the road into that place. So they had a used tire there. Picked this up for 150 bucks, brand new virgin tire. And it's a really good tire and it matches up on a good height and everything. It's just got a little bit of a cup here, but otherwise than that, on the inside of it, it's kind of uniformed all the way around. I'm almost thinking it was like a steer tire or something. And maybe it started cupping on somebody on the inside. It's not really cupped, it's just kind of, there's no cupping on it, it's all the way around uniform. But so it was 150 bucks and I threw that on there and we are good to go. I'm gonna have to get rear set here. I gotta check all the adjustment for the air and everything and get that done. But we are loaded up over here and we got 13,035 pounds. Got another 8 pallets in here and we are now off to Elgin, Illinois. I was actually gonna go, my appointment's at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but I gave him a phone call and talked to the lady in the shipping office and gave her my pickup number and everything, and I said, listen, I I can actually be down there like 2:30 today. I said, is there any way I can get loaded today? She's like, oh, I don't know, that's not ready. She goes, let me go talk to people. And she came back and she says, yeah, I talked to the guy, it's only 2 pallets. They said they can get it ready for you. And she's like, what time? And I said, 2:30, 3 o'clock. She goes, okay, we'll have it ready for you. So I'm gonna go pick it up, and that way I can actually just sleep down there, and then I'll catch a nap down there, and then later on tonight I'll bust on through Chicago, and I can run the back roads going across Indiana and Ohio, and I don't have to pay the tolls. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm going to be kind of on a tight schedule. I'm going to have to run the toll road all the way out there. So it'll save the boss a couple $100. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't know what this guy. Busted off fairing. Bumpers are all busted on each side. It's all busted up. Yeah. Almost looks like an Eric driver. Ooh, did I say that? Well, look at this place, guys. I thought it was supposed to be springtime. It's pretty crazy. There's actually a couple inches out here. Look at this. There's quite a bit of snow. I'm actually about halfway across Ohio. I got loaded up at the last place. And I picked up 2 pallets there, got loaded later last night, and I drove it across here, and I've been running 30 all the way across. Save money on the toll roads. No reason to run across the toll roads. I actually ran back on the toll road, just to be straighter shot, and I ran back that way, and it's like 5 miles. All good. Everybody's jumping around each other, trying to get it going. And then everybody's down to a single lane, 45 miles an hour. It's real bad. It's coming up on that construction season, you know what I mean? But we got loaded up with our 2 pallets, and we're heading out to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Then I'll just talk to you guys about my back. People seem to be wondering about it. A lot of people have said, oh, you should get a seat cushion like so-and-so, and like so-and-so. I have had so many seat cushions. I've had all the different kinds of seat cushions. They just don't work for me. I get one and yeah, it works okay, it feels okay and stuff, and then a month later, so my back's killing me and stuff. It just doesn't work for me. I have a little bit of special thing. I don't know, subscribers, I know I've talked about it in the past and stuff, but I actually have broken vertebrae in my back. I have some cracked vertebrae. And I've had back surgeries. I've had neck surgery. I have titanium plates in my neck. I have 8 screws. I've always had issues with my back. It seems like my family, we all run with back problems. I seem to have it the worst. I've actually had surgeries trying to correct some of the stuff. But all my brothers, they all have back problems. It seems to be the thing with our family. The last lower back surgery I had, the guy actually wanted to do an additional surgery when he was in there, saw some stuff. But he said it would have been a very intense recovery, and so he didn't do it without my permission or whatever. But it actually involved putting rods up through my spine, my vertebrae. He was in there. He basically said that my back looks like I'm a 90-year-old. So yeah, I have a lot of issues with my back. So sitting in a chair a long time is issues. You know, it's just an issue. So I always fight this. The thing is, I can be out changing brake drums. I can be out riding motorcycles and 4-wheelers and with dirt bike on. I can do this stuff, and I'm able to be okay with it. Sometimes I crank my back doing something, but I'm able to live with it. But a lot of people they send me comments. I think it's guys that know about this stuff. They'll say, oh, you know, isn't a seat hard on that motorcycle, or, you know, you shouldn't be doing that and stuff. You're gonna regret it. But I live life to what I got. I'm being happy. I'm not gonna sit on a couch and just wait for death, you know. I do what makes me happy. Do I understand some of the things that I do probably are not the best for my aging body? Oh yeah, I know that because I go through it now. I mean, I've done all this stuff in my life, and I'm up to this point now where I'm doing, you know, hitting surgeries and stuff, and I'm dealing with stuff. I know that my actions are not good for my back and everything else. But to me, doing what I love and being happy about it is more important to me. So that's what goes on my back and stuff. So that's why I have such issues with my back and everything. I think that I'm going to be getting an RV seat. I don't know. That's what I'm looking at. I found one that I'm interested in. I'm gonna check one more place and stuff that maybe I could check out, but I think I have it figured out, and it's not going to have air ride. And I know a lot of people are gonna be confused by that because everybody thinks that the air ride is, oh, that's where it makes it soft and stuff. It really doesn't. You're able to adjust the ride height and all that stuff, but I mean, unless you hit a really good bump, that doesn't move at all. You know, I mean, RVs and everything, they go through and they, you know, hit the same bumps and all this other stuff. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Well, it's something you can try though. look at how much this is. The wind is blowing from the highway. Actually, there was a big accident on 30 I came across last night on Fort Wayne. I came around there and it was all messed up. I had to actually go up a ways, and I saw the whole big thing happen, and a backup happened, and so I just went up north and turned on some different roads and cut around it and came back out. There's the black truck. I am not sure on the name. I can't find a catchy name in my head. I just don't know. But there is one name that one thing that I like. I can tell you a funny story. I'm thinking about, I don't know if I'm gonna put a bug guard on here. I might. And if I do, then I might put it like I did on Big Blue. But I kind of like Midnight Express because I drive during the night. I like to drive during the night. And a couple people have suggested it, and I think that would be a good one. But that just doesn't roll off the tongue. You know what I mean? But I kind of like that. And I'm thinking about maybe snow. I'm thinking about putting it across the back, Midnight Express, and a big decal across there. And yeah, I don't know, but that doesn't really roll off tongue, but I like it. I don't know, might just be black truck. I don't know, but I do like the Midnight Express thing. So I'm gonna get on duty and hook around and check everything out. Jeez, that truck was noisy. Walk around, check everything out, and hit on the road and start making my way to Allentown. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope that everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they watch this here video. And if you're not, well, you certainly can try that all over again tomorrow. That's crazy, isn't it? It's all flowered. This tree's all flowered out, and then it's covered with snow. All the flowers are opening up. That tree misjudged. See ya.